Hey, so you're taking Aboriginal studies? Awesome. You're in the right place. We're going to break down the exact playbook for crushing this course. And trust me, it is way simpler than you probably think.
All right, so here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with your formula for success, then a really important heads up on AI. After that, we'll get into how you actually prove what you know, how your grade is calculated, and we'll wrap up with a little tip on what a 0 in the gradebook really means. Let's dive in. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the formula for success. This is really the core of how to get a great grade. Okay, so take a look at this. This little loop, this is basically the whole course in a nutshell. Seriously, almost every single module is going to follow this exact pattern. You read something, you answer questions. You watch a video, you answer some more questions. That's it. It's not trying to trip you up, it's just about getting into this rhythm.
And that brings us to the most important point. It really is this simple. Just do the work. If you do, you're pretty much guaranteed to do well. No crazy study sessions, no all-nighters needed. Just follow the steps. All right, let's switch gears and talk about something super relevant right now, AI. There's a policy here you absolutely have to know about right from the get-go. So, you know it's tempting, right? You're thinking, hey, maybe I could use AI to get this done a little faster. I get it, but before you even think about heading down that path, let's see what the official policy says.
And there it is. One word, don't. It's that clear. Your teacher calls this a red light policy, and that means it's a hard stop. It's not a maybe, it's a no. The whole point is that you don't need it to do well in this course.
And look, here's the real reason why it's just not a good idea. Your teachers, well, they've seen it all. They've graded thousands of these things. They know what your writing sounds like. And AI, it has a certain flavor. It just jumps right off the page to them. So you're not really being sneaky, you're just making it super obvious. Okay, so you've done a couple of modules, you've put in the work yourself. Now what? Well, now it's time to show what you know. And you'll do that with something called a performance task. And this is actually pretty cool. You get to choose how you want to do this. You've got 3 options. You can do an oral presentation and just talk about it. If writing's more your thing, you can do a written response, kind of like a regular social studies class. Or you can do short answer questions. The point is, you get to pick the one that plays to your strengths. It's all about what works best for you. Now, here's the one big catch. When you do these tasks, it's going to be in front of a teacher. And yeah, that means no phone, no tech. It's just you and what's in your brain. Which, brings us right back to the main point of this whole thing. If you actually did the module work, you don't even need to study for this. The work is the study. You'll just know it. It'll be there. Okay, this next part is super important. Let's talk about how your grade is actually calculated, because where you put your effort really, really matters. So, check this out. It couldn't be clearer. All that module work, yeah, it's important, but it's only a quarter of your grade. The other 75%, a whopping 3/4 of your final mark, is all about those performance tasks. That's where you have to prove you know your stuff. And this slide tells the perfect story. You've got 2 students. Student A, they just do the work. They get a solid mark on the modules and a great mark on the performance task because they actually learned it. Final grade, 91%. Awesome. Now look at student B. They use AI, get 100% on the modules, but when they have to do the performance task, they get a 7. A 7. All that module work meant nothing. Final grade, 30%. A fail. It's a huge gamble that just doesn't pay off. And just so you know, there's actually a rule for this. It's called the discrepancy rule. Basically, if there's a massive difference between your module marks and your performance task mark, they can just use the performance task score as your final grade for the course. So yeah, they're serious. It's all about proving you actually learned it. All right, last thing. And this one is just a quick heads up so you don't freak out if you see it. We're going to talk about what it means when you see a 0 in your gradebook. So if you see a 0 pop up, don't panic. It's probably just a placeholder 0. All that means is the system is giving you a little nudge like, hey, you're falling a little behind schedule. It is not your final mark for that assignment. I repeat, not a final mark. And getting rid of it? It's the easiest fix in the world. Just hand in the work. The second you submit it, that 0 vanishes, and your real grade takes its place. Simple as that.
So we've talked about the formula, the AI rule, how you prove what you know, and how you're graded. It might seem like a lot, but honestly, it all comes back to one single super simple idea. And there you have it. In short, just do the work. If you do that, you're going to do awesome in this course. It's not a secret, it's not a mystery. Your success is completely in your hands. So, really, the course gives you the entire playbook. It even gives you a choice in how you prove what you know. The only question left is, how are you going to choose to succeed? You've got this.